We're in a city built on 7 hills, and the fans hoping to see 7 points on the board early. We're at Cincinnati's Paycor Stadium. Coming up, we have a good one for you between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Ball is teed up. Chase McLaughlin to do the honors. And we're off and running at Paycor Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go.
First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. And lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Gun.
Burrow back to throw. Met at the catch point, and it's incomplete. A couple of defenders nearby. One of them makes the hit to break up that catch. 3rd down upcoming.
Quarterback of his renowns, Kate, I'm not surprised at all to see him throw it into double coverage early. And that incompletion, well, it's just going to fuel his confidence that much more to keep forcing it.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 180. 11.
Throwing is Burrow. This one's going to hit the ground, incomplete. That'll look up the middle, but trouble hanging on through that contact. That's going to force 4th down. So an 0-2 start to the game for him, Brock, and not surprisingly, his team headed to the sideline after a 3-and-out.
I think it's going to take a few more incompletions before they start to panic, but that's far from the type of start they had planned for in this one.
That's grabbed at the 10. And this return finally comes to an end. What a stretch it was to give his guys a short field.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at the Bengals' 49-yard line.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Irving on the inside give. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
At the 47-yard line.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Right back to Irving now. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's 3rd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll air it out on third. His first throw is an interception. Ephraim Knight has it. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
First and 10 from the 32. Here's Brown to start the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Not sure if it was a missed assignment on the line, a dominant play on his part, or maybe a little bit of both, Kate. But look at those dudes down there defensively. Man, they are fired up after that stick behind the line.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down. Burrow throwing out of the pistol. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jacob Parrish.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 35-yard line.
All set to go now from the 35. The tight end going in motion right. They go and play action. Klubnik headed out right. He's keeping it, and he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Man in motion here. Klubnik now on second. He stops here, gain of about 7. And that is good for a Tampa Bay first down. It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game. And you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
Offense is set. First and 10. Here's the give to Irving. And some solid running here as he gets him 8 yards there into the red zone. And already we're seeing the mind games they can play with personnel. You talk about this all the time, Brock. Look like a passing set. Left them some room on the ground.
10, 11, heck, even 20 personnel. Doesn't matter. Offensively, you get to dictate the terms. Kind of like those pitchers and catchers that once in a while will pitch backwards. Keep your opponent off guard.
They get to him and take him down after a gain of 3. And that will set up a Bucs first down.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down. But you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Going to the ground again on first. Racing towards the corner, and he's across. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Bucky Irving on the board. That's his first of the season. Well, Brock, you found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns. And that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
That one splits the uprights. And he's going to start the year 1 for 1 as they take a 7-0 lead.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
McLaughlin has it on the team, and he's ready to send this flying. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up to the 35 to begin this drive. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for first and 10. Burrow. And he will not find the connection on the other end there. Incompletion sets up second down.
I know I don't have to tell you, Kate. You call basketball for a living as well, and you know shooters got to keep on shooting. Quarterbacks got to keep on throwing. But boy, 0 for 4, this has been a surprisingly slow start.
Working on second down. Burrow. Hits him on the out route. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a gain of 19 on the play. Fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they can be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove they're playmakers too.
They'll cobble together a yard there. Yaya Diaby brings him down. Showing some patience in their ground game early here, Brock, continuing to feed their guy despite the lack of results so far.
I know this will sound kind of silly, but you've got to run the ball to run the ball. And what I mean by that, there's no way to get this run game going is unless you continue to give him the rock to try to warm it up.
On a pass now on second down. Catch made by Chase Brown. And they get this down to the 28. Giving him an 18-yard pickup there. And the Bengals have a first down. We're through one quarter of this opening weekend of football. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this.
Ready?
Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin.
Here we go.
They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Burrow to the air now. And instead of a receiver, that one finds the ground. Incomplete. It's second down. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there are going to be more interceptions.
2nd and 10, still at the 28.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow. The left side, caught by Higgins. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
On one, ready?
3rd down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive.
Here we go.
Burrow setting the throw. We've got a screen to the running back. He managed about 9 before a stop is made. And that's going to give Cincinnati the first.
They call 3rd downs money downs for a reason, Kate, because it takes everybody offensively to cash in. Excellent protection, set the table for the QB to get the completion and the yards necessary.
And 10 here for Burrow. Now 4-6 passing on what has been a very busy drive for him. Still sticking with the passing game. Burrow's caught. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. The rookie from Miami, they're on the stop.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Give on second, it's Brown. And he gets in, touchdown! Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. This one splits the uprights. It is good. His first try of the season ties us at 7. tie ball game now as they send this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. The give to Irving to start this drive. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Once again, Irving. They're going to pick up 12 yards on the play, Brock. That's going to set them up with a 1st down. A nice early return there. They're going to be more than happy with that one, Brock. And could be a huge boost to their offense if this ground game can get going at this pace.
Every offense in this league searches for explosives. How can we find it? It's often through the air, but when you get it on the ground like that, boy, is it a huge bonus.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Here's Klubnik. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped it incomplete on 1st down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this 1st half so far. It's not. They set for themselves.
Following the near interception, this is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Klubnik. That is complete to Hurst outright. Getting close, and a hit will force him to that sideline. Not before he picked up 24. That is good for a Buccaneer 1st down.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the 1st down. That yardage, that really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
Quick to the left, it's caught. Tried to beat him with a quick pass, but not quick enough. That winds up as a loss.
They can typically draw that play up a tight end on a corner, and you think that's a win for an offense, but not against him today.
Last catch went the wrong way. It's 2nd and 12. Klubnik's going to throw. Has it at the 7. This play does have enough, Brock. That means it is 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
And we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we hit our 2-minute warning. Sit tight. More from Paycor Stadium on the other side. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Now it's Klubnik. This one's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Buccaneers! Cade Otton with his first of hopefully many more to come this season. And there's that big welcome to the NFL moment for him, Brock. His first career touchdown pass. Gotta imagine you remember yours, right?
I didn't have many, Kate. I think I only had 4, but I do remember my first to Darrell Jackson, a little slant route. And this rookie, he'll never forget this one either.
That one right down the middle. And they've broken this tie. They've taken a 7-point lead. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Antonio Gibson now to return it. And he dodged the tackle. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. First and 10. Looking to throw, Burrow. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one. That was Jamar Chase he was looking for there. And now it's second down. First play of the drive, Brock. You always tell me that's always the start of a new battle. And the defense wins round 1 in this series.
Yeah, and this next down kind of sets the table, right?
Yeah.
You got to now put yourself in a manageable third down after lack of execution on first.
So at the 20, here's second and 10. Burrow setting up the play action. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Ooh, boy, that play action nearly backfired right there, Brock. Took a little bit too much time to set it up and some quick thinking at the end there to get that throw away as the hit arrived.
Yeah. You know, that's really well said because, you could feel sometimes as a quarterback on drop back, the timing.
Yeah.
Play action, sometimes it gets a little hairy. That was pretty savvy of him to find an incompletion.
Here we go.
Here he goes, third and long. Gets everything he has under this one. He's got it deep downfield. The deep pass comes up big. 43 yards.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive jump. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. They'll try it right with Brown. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's second and 8.
12.
Now Burrow. That throw finds Jamar Chase. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. It's 16 yards on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll come up on first and 10.
Here we go.
Straight ahead, it's Brown. Bounces this outside and winds up with a nice chunk of yards there as a result. It's second down. Sure seems like running at a blitzing defense shouldn't work out too often, Brock, but right there it did nicely for him.
Yeah, football's kind of a funny game, Kate, because it could be super complex. Yeah. You get into a lot of language and a lot of detail, and then other times, like, just run away from the blitz. Just run away from it, and good things can happen.
1-1, ready?
First down run, nabs him 5, now second and 5. Cincinnati uses its second timeout, and they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. 5 still to go here. This is second down. Throwing is Burrow. Buying some time right. And too much on this one. As that reaches the end zone, it just keeps on going, Brock. Incomplete. That means it's third down.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket, keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
On one, ready?
This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5.
Get set. Ready? 12, 12, 12.
Burrow throwing out of the pistol. Got his man in the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. T. Higgins with his first of hopefully many more to come this season. McPherson at the point after. Send right down the middle and good. And we're back square, 14 apiece here. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Kenneth Gainwell now to return. Good work so far. He's got room. So they're going to begin from the 36 as he's brought down.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. He's going to the air. Klubnik. A throw left side finds Johnson. Toward the sideline and out of bounds he goes. Play gains about 12. And that is good for a Tampa Bay 1st down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Receiver in motion going left. Gets it out wide quick and oh, he might throw this. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Barrett Carter. And the Bengals are stopped on that return. So that interception is going to be the final play of this opening half.
McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Well, we're set up for an incredible second half. All tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. On the return, here's Gainwell. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. They're going to start the half with a give to Irving. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Straight ahead, it's Irving. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB's going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
3rd down here, need 8 on the play. Throwing Klubnik. This is a heater going deep. Couple defenders there, and they're going to intercept it. And the Bengals will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Intercepted. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Can.
This drive will begin with a run by Brown. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number one is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
To the outside, and caught by Brown. They wind up with a quality 16-yard pickup on that play. They get the first down, too.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
To the right side and reeled in by Chase. And he's going to be dropped quickly after making that catch. Gain limited to a couple.
At the 37-yard line.
Couple of yards on the catch, leaves them 2nd and 8. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Play made by Jacob Parrish. Okay, so they sent the blitz, but it almost seemed to backfire there, Brock. They ran through it for a pretty nice game.
Yeah, because there's a little boom or bust,
yeah.
Right? Is an offense, as a QB, if you see that and run away from the blitz, it can be effective like it was there.
Firing quick, but he is still hit as he let that one go. Good work by the defender affecting that pass. It's going to bring around 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Hauls in this punt at the 8. And something on the return, but not much as it still ends inside the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
1st and 10, offense going 3 tight ends to the left. Drive begins with a run by Irving. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
They've got a man in motion. This is Irving on second. He finds space for a few yards that time. Kyle Duggar holding him down.
Kyle Duggar on the tackle. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Irving trying to run for the first. And give him a fresh set of downs. That play goes for 10. Talk about a clutch time to come through with a big run there, huh, Brock? You never want to go 3 and out from your own side of the field.
But you know what those big guys like at the line of scrimmage, too? They like a chunky run. They don't mind being chunky themselves, and that one moved the chains.
Here's Klubnik now. Nowhere to go with it, so he's just going to throw this one away. Got a man in the area, Brock, but correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think he was trying to hit him there. It looked like he was just getting rid of that football.
I'm not going to correct you. You're right. And that's really a compliment to this defense. You saw the guy. He had his man, but the coverage, well, was too good, and he didn't trust that throw.
Completed out to the left on that quick throw. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
They've got 3rd and 5 now after the last completion got him 5. They draw it up for him. Along the outside, he crosses midfield. And they finally get to him at the 15. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's still a tie ball game, 14 points apiece as we get ready for the 4th. Into the red zone after that big pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 15. First they go play fake. Now it's Klubnik. Flushed out of the pocket. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
2nd down. Here's Klubnik. Brought in. And that's a Tampa Bay touchdown. Emeka Egbuka with his first of hopefully many more to come this season. McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And they've broken this tie. They've taken a 7-point lead.
Bengals 14. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
McLaughlin has it on the team, and he's ready to send this flying. On the return, here's Gibson. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
From the gun, a get to Brown. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. Well, you taught me, Brock. Sometimes it works, and sometimes, like there, almost nothing from them as they just run it right into the teeth of that blitz.
Yeah, the thing, too, about that success is get ready to see more blitzes. D coordinators love to dial it up.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Burrow to the air now. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Benjamin Morrison comes up with it. And the Buccaneers are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Oh, he lost the football. But it looks like the Buccaneers made a heads-up play. Got on top of that one for the recovery. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. Well, that is not how you make the most of an opportunity when your defense gives you the football back. But the good news is, Brock, at least they get another shot at it.
Yeah, when you're running on the field, you feel the joy of that defense, right? They just got you a possession. They're giving you an opportunity. And thankfully, they saved the day by at least jumping on the ball.
Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold it right at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down now.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, hey, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this. It's over. Over.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And the Bucs have the first.
First down, Tampa Bay.
From the red zone now. And he hauls it in for the Tampa touchdown. Ted Hurst with his first NFL touchdown. McLaughlin attack on the extra point. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And they bump their lead up to 14.
28. Bengals 14. McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. On the return, here's Gibson. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Gibson on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. And this will wind up incomplete, so the failure to connect brings up 2nd down.
Just continuing to add to some film that's going to be a little bit hard to watch. This guy, you typically don't see completion percentage numbers like this. Very, very accurate guy. Not today. He's going to have to figure out why.
Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 23. Here's Burrow. Finds Chase on the slant. And brought to the ground as they hit him big on that play, Brock. It looks like they're marking a gain of about 25 yards.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow setting the throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Fair to say he's just been all over the place in this one today. Some accuracy issues early. They gave him plenty of looks trying to get him into rhythm, but they just never could, and the incompletions continue to pile up.
Burrow on 2nd down. He gets it away, but almost no power behind it. Incomplete, and now it's 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
This connects with Higgins. They get a lot out of this play. 21 yards before the tackle is finally made. It'll be first down Bengals.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Burrow sends this to the end zone. And that one's picked off in the end zone, but no, incomplete, folks. He wasn't able to stay in bounds.
One score is just, well, it's not going to be enough. I think we can look at the scoreboard and know that. So the pace is going to pick up, and I think you're going to see more and more of those shots deep down the field, Kate.
All right, one more snap here before our 2-minute warning. A second down throw from Burrow. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Bengals losing by 14. Got to start taking better care of the football, Brock, as he brings him to the line here, third down. To throw. And they knock away another run. 3 straight passes, Brock, failing to connect. That brings us to fourth down.
The intensity, you can feel it. It is heightened in these kind of game situations, late in game. A really good time here for this defense to go to dime cover. Just put more bodies, more blur for that quarterback in this offense to decipher.
Down in the fourth, offense staying out there for this.
Here we go. Stop. 12, 12, 12. 11, 11.
Desperation time here. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
Turnover on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
On first down, they're going to run with Irving. Went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
That linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field. All I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Quickly out to the right, complete. And they get him down after a gain of 10. But great effort on his part. Pays off with the first down.
That just felt like a composure play. Quarterback was calm. Receiver did his job securing the ball. And because of it, those chains are moving.
First down from the 42. Irving here from the gun. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
The ball carrier. He was brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. And with a man all over him, he just can't bring it in clean. It's an incomplete pass, and that brings up third down.
Incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Klubnik. That is once again incomplete, and consecutive incompletions have now pushed them to fourth down.
Dave, I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On third down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Going trips left here as they get set. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Burrow back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness contest any kind of shot plays down the field. You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
Has it downfield. It's Chase. He stops finally after a gain of almost 30. And that's going to be good for Bengals first down.
And the Bengals first down.
So it's a win for the visiting Buccaneers.